Hello and welcome back to my videos. I'm Klepik, and today I decided that I would draw my video game character Frasier breaking into a pharmacy. You're probably asking, why? Why would you draw this? And I'll get into that. But first, I want to explain some things. How did I come up with this idea? Well, I didn't have any video ideas for YouTube, so obviously the most rational solution to do is go down to your mother and explain to her the entire lore of the video game that you've been working on for the past couple months, and especially including all of the characters' backstories, which are honestly really insane. And after that, give her the task of coming up with a bunch of video ideas when she really has no idea how YouTube works or the kind of videos that you make, but I did get some really good video ideas from her that I will be posting in the near future, including Shirtless Beau. Who said that? Anyway, the idea for this video, though, was to make Frasier break into a pharmacy to get medicine to maybe cure his lack of a personality. Yes, my mother suggested that he should break into a pharmacy to taste a bunch of medicine. I mean a bunch. Bags full. So here's her posing for the comic on screen now. I made her take so many angles of that. Anyway, I thought I should write a little story for this video, so the rest of this video will be me telling a story of how this could possibly unfold, and I hope you enjoy. How exhilarating is this? Dottie yelled above the roaring winds of the rolled down windows. Technically, Frasier thought to himself, this was reckless and might even kill him. But Dottie suggested it, and when Lottie suggests something, there is no backing out. That's the opposite of a suggestion, though. A suggestion gives an option, an allowance to opt out. This was a demand. Dottie had demanded that they spend the day speeding down the highway to the nearest pharmacy to steal drugs and stuff Frasier full of them to see if he could possibly get his personality back. Sure, this might kill Frasier. It probably would, but he, of course, could feel no fear, so he came along, following the possibility that he may be able to feel something again. The 1978 yellow taxi cab sped down the highway as fast as it could go for its age as Lottie made remarks about how they hadn't had their license since the 50s. Suddenly, they pulled a hard right turn, nearly losing control of the wheel. They yelled far too late for Frasier to hold on to your hat, this is gonna get fun. The tires screeched against the road, leaving black trails in their wake as the two of them neared their destination. Get the droogs, don't get caught. Get the droogs, don't get caught. Frasier muttered this to himself on repeat. He wasn't nervous. Of course he wasn't. The whole point of this was so he could feel nervous again. The plan was so vague, though, that he was numbly grasping at straws. They probably would end up in jail, he considered. Though, that might be interesting. Ready, pal? Lottie called out against the roaring wind. Frasier could see the pharmacy in sight. He nodded to Lottie in agreement. He had no idea what Lottie was about to do next. And what did Lottie mean by ready? The building got closer and closer, and Lottie wasn't stopping. The parking lot was too close for them to park safely at the speed they were going, and Frasier realized Dottie did not have parking in mind. The white brick wall was right in front of the hood of the car. For a split second, white was all he could see. Then dust, and a bang, and the interior of a pharmacy. Lottie had driven right through the wall, giving Frasier front desk treatment as the counter was mere feet from being smashed in from the taxi. There behind the counter stood a petrified girl, frozen in place in horror as she had her life flash before her eyes. She'd almost been crushed in that impact, feet away from death. All right, my boy, Lottie clapped Frasier on the shoulder as they continued. Go get those sweet, sweet pills and we'll be on our merry way. Frasier wordlessly got out of the car, bag in hand, headed towards the still petrified girl. Please give me all of your medication. It was only right to be polite as you asked for something so expensive. It took a couple of seconds, maybe even a minute. Frasier didn't mind until the girl registered his words, loosening her rigid position into a much more shaky, jittery mess. Frasier could practically hear her teeth chattering as she brought pills to the counter. Bottle after bottle, handful after handful, Frasier was filling the bag patiently. As he filled the bag, he heard someone from down the counter, at the drive-thru window. He was asking for Vicodin, and a robotically melodical voice followed. Frasier saw no problem with this, and tossed the man a bottle or two as he hobbled off singing Not As We. Finally, the girl stopped. The bag was practically full, and Frasier could see no more bottles in sight. The girl stood, her arms raised in surrender as she shook. Looking over his shoulder, Frasier saw Lottie still sitting in the car, staring at the scene in front of them, clearly amused by the chaos they had created. This was until they heard sirens in the distance. "Thank you," Frasier voiced to the pharmacist before turning around to rush back to the car. The police would be here soon, and Frasier knew Lottie wanted to test the medications on him, so he quickly got back in. Before Frasier had even closed the door, Lottie was already reversing at top speed. "Did you know I haven't had my license since the 50s? Lottie remarked again for what seemed like the 100th time. Lottie laughed as she noted this normally horrifying fact, though. "Eyes on the road, Lottie," Frasier numbly spoke as he caught Lottie eyeing the pills like a child eyeing candy. Lottie's fun was only just getting started as they sped away from the approaching cop cars. Alright, that was my short story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, you should definitely consider liking, commenting, or even subscribing. And with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye!